Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Now, as you can see here, this is the trailer from the new TV show called Them, and it's basically it's about a show, of a family of Jakes that basically move into Compton. All right, and at these times it was when Esau was the predominant people living there. All right, and I believe they moved from North Carolina. I've only began to start watching it. A brother recommended it to me, so I started watching it, and it's definitely worth watching. Because it shows you the deep rooted hatred that Esau has for you Negroes, man. All right, and that falls onto you Hispanics and Native Americans also. All right. So I'm going to play this trailer here, and then I'm going to read into some scriptures, because the so-called white man, being the Edomites, they have a perpetual hatred for the Israelites, all right? And it's always going to be that way. And it hasn't changed till this day, all right? The seed of Esau hates the seed of Jacob, man.
Pretty nice, huh?
Bigger than it looked in the pictures.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing.
You couldn't imagine a nicer place to live.
I wish I was home. I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing.
This home is ours.
This is how it begins, with one family. They came from someplace worse. We'll have to make this place worse.
What's worse than worse?
Heard them folks in Compton straight up evil, man.
Fuck, dude.
There's something bad in this house. I don't like it.
We got our eyes on you. We do this till it gets done.
That's pretty much it, but it shows you the psychological, the trauma that Jake's had to deal with under Esau, man, right until this day, all right? So that's why it's a beautiful thing that the so-called white man society is coming to its end now, man. This wicked kingdom is coming to its end, because, hey, there's that worldly saying, or Malcolm X said it, that, the white man's heaven is the black man's hell. And that's true, because Esau, the so-called white man, which is Esau, his heaven, which is his rulership, that he's living in now, this is a heaven to them. This is the heaven to them. This is their ruling. They're having a great time, man. And it's been oppression for us, man. See, and when we're in heaven, when we're in our time of glory and our rulership, they're going to be in hell, meaning they're going to be oppressed by us. All right? So this is Genesis 3:14. It says, "And the Lord power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life." All right, that was going into, obviously, the serpent beguiling Eve, all right? So the Lord, it says, and dust shalt thou eat, and all the days of thy life. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, meaning you're going to be brought down, you're going to be brought to a lower state, pretty much, And fast forward to today, the serpent is the so-called white man, the Edomites, and they're going to be brought down into a lower state, man. Upon their belly, they're going to be in the dust, because the dust represents what? A state of confusion. So upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. So they're going to be brought back to the lowest state, man, where they belong, really. See, because right now in this world, all right, for the longest time, our people, the Israelites, we've been in a state in a state of confusion. But now what's happening now is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has breathed the breath of life back in us, man. All right, to know, well, beginning with his elect, all right, in this society. So then this is the point I wanted to get. It says, And verse 15, it says, and I'll put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. All right. So that was going, the enmity means what? The hatred between the seed of Esau and the seed of Jacob. All right. And who's the seed of Esau? These so-called white people, man. They hate us. All right. And that's just how it is. And we don't want, the brothers in the truth, we know, we don't want no equality. We don't want to be equal. We know we're in slavery under you. And what we want is, what we're going to get is us putting you in slavery. We're going to get our payback, man. We don't want no equal rights. We don't want to be rich in your world. All right. See, 2/3 of our people, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Israelites, 2/3 of our people are still in a confused state, man. They still fighting for equality with this devil. And he showed you time and time again, he don't like you, man. How much oppression does Esau have to do to you for you to get it through your head? But 2/3 will never get it, man. All right. But this TV shows like this show them is beautiful because it shows you, you know, basically the enmity, man, the hatred that Esau has for the Israelites, man. Right? That hatred that Esau has for Israel, man. And it's good to watch because, you know, it keeps you on point, man. It gets your brain thinking. And it's spiritual that Esau's surely's got to be going down because, think about it, man. Esau's on his way out because why would they be playing shows like that, man? Exposing how these devils think. Exposing how they act. This is the so-called white man's downfall. It's his kingdom, and they're showing you that on the TV, they're showing you they're a bunch of devils, man. You know? So this has got to be the end, man. Well, it is the end. We know it's the end, all right? And Yahushua is close, man. So this is Ezekiel 30. And that hatred that Esau has, more and more of that's going to come out in these last days, man. You're going to see it, man. Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. Yeah, they've had a perpetual hatred, man. What's a perpetual hatred? A hatred forever, a never-ending hatred. That's what that means, perpetual, continual hatred. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. And they've shed our blood, man. How was America founded? America was founded by the bloodshed of the natives, all right? And then, not to mention, they brought the Negroes into slavery. We always go into it. That's what we say this every day, man, every week. So that's how America was founded, all right, by bloodshed. So he said by the bloodshed of the children of Israel. Who shed our blood? The Edomites, man. The number one nation that shed our blood is Esau, man. All right, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right. In the time of our calamity, because during the time of the Babylonians, you know, Esau was helping to take us down. Every kingdom that there's been, Esau's been at the heels of our people, helping those other nations to put us in captivity, man. You read the story of Haman in the time when we was under the Persian Empire, man. What was Esau doing? He was conspiring to kill all the Jews, man. You know? So that's what these devils have always done, man. In our time of calamity, that their iniquity had an end. So by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So they was always there, man. When we was in our bad estate, when we were in a low place, they were always there to oppress us right until this day, man, to kill us. All right? Esau loves seeing Jake in a fucked up conditions, man. You see? And we're going to get our revenge and we're going to get that payback. So it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Exactly. And these devils, they ain't hated blood, man. These Edomites, they love bloodshed. That's what they're about, man. And they particularly love the bloodshed of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? So the Lord said, because they ain't hated it, they're going to receive it back, man. What goes around comes around, man. And we're living now in the time of the decline and the downfall of the Edomites, all right? Whether they're in America, whether they're in England, whether they're in Australia, whether they're in Italy, Spain, because these devils rule the planet. They're going down. They're going in slavery, man. All right? Pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And blood's going to pursue these fucking devils, man. Because watch the TV show Them, man. It will rouse you up, man. If you watch it, it will rouse you up, man. You know, it will rouse you up, man. In righteousness, you know. So I'm going to read this here and I'm going to end it on this. This is Revelation 13 and 9, all right? Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Exactly. See, these Edomites, right? They led us in slavery, and they always like to, well, they can't say it as much now because they're being exposed. But you watch, even when you're watching that TV show, one of the wives of those Edomite men, she makes a statement and she says, oh, our forefathers, owned this land, built up this land. We built the world, basically, she was saying. No, you never, man. What you did, the reality of what you did is you stole the world, all right? Everyone knows that, man. And that lie that you built the world and that you're great people, that's all coming to its end, all right? Because that was a lie from the beginning. You are a thief, man. So it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. How did the so-called white man gain everything? By leading one people into slavery, the Israelites. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And that's what we're patiently waiting for, man. You killed us by the sword. We want to kill you by the sword when the Lord returns. You put us in slavery. We're going to put you in slavery. All right. And here's the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are the saints? The children of Israel, man. All right. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. But primarily on this side, the elect, man. The brothers, the hopeful elect that believe, all right, in this truth. So that's what we're waiting for, man. We're waiting to finally get our payback on you Edomites, man. Finally. And you watch this show, man. It will rouse you up, man.
Think of home.
This show will rouse you up. It will show you the enmity. It will show you the hatred. It will show you, the difference between Jacob and Esau, man. And we're not meant to be mingling with them. That's just what it is, man. Jake want to get up in the high society and you want to get around these devils, and they show you that they hate you, man, every day. So, with that, I'm just going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom.